It's been almost 2 years since a Norfolk woman's home was broken into twice in 3 days, and she is still picking up the pieces. The suspect's been charged, but the homeowner tells us a misstep by detectives in court last week is going to cost her $11,000. 10 on your side's Michelle Wolf explains.
We first met Tamara Villalobos Flores in 2022 after her home on Birch Street was broken into. She was in the middle of a renovation. Brand new windows and doors were broken, and her family's belongings were stolen. Almost 2 years later, and her family is still living a nightmare after what she says was a mistake by police. Last Thursday morning, Villalobos Flores returned to court. In the nearly 2 years since the burglaries, Norfolk police charged Austin Garrett Smith on 2 counts of statutory burglary, possessing a firearm as a felon, grand larceny, and larceny of a firearm. The Norfolk mom spent 2 hours waiting outside the courtroom when she found out Smith was convicted on a lesser charge of receiving stolen goods. Villalobos Flores says she spoke with Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Stephanie Johnson about the conviction.
And she said the reason was because 3 detectives and the forensic officer from the case did not show up.
Those detectives, the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office tell 10 on your side, were told to arrive at 9 a.m.
But she was shocked because she had spoke to those officers the night before.
Norfolk's Commonwealth's Attorney Ramin Fadahi told us 1 officer called out sick, and the 2 other officers anticipated that the court and lawyers would be dealing with pretrial matters in the morning. Fadahi's office was not aware that they intended to appear later, and by the time 1 officer had arrived, the defendant pleaded guilty.
She didn't have the evidence that she needed to present the case, nor did she have her expert witnesses.
The conviction, Villalobos Flores says, is costing her $11,000, and now insurance won't cover the damages and missing property.
I still have a broken window. My renovation never was finished because I had to pay the contractor back for all their tools.
Smith was sentenced to 4 years with 2 years and 11 months suspended and 3 years probation for receiving stolen goods valued more than $1,000. Fadahi called the mistake an isolated incident, saying Norfolk police officers often come to court after working overnight or when on their days off, and they are generally very diligent about their court appearances.
I'm just watching all the pieces fall around me, and it's not fair. This is not justice. This is not what justice should ever look like.
We've reached out to Norfolk PD for comment. We're waiting to hear back. Smith has another court date on April 3rd for a probation violation. Michelle Wolf, 10 on your side.